Hey guys, it's Libby, and today's video is another eating disorder recovery update video. And the reason I wanted to make this is because tomorrow is World Mental Health Day, and I would have posted this video tomorrow, but I only post on Mondays and Fridays, not Tuesdays, so I had to post it today. But so it's World Mental Health Day tomorrow, and I know that tons of people are out there struggling with eating disorders and other mental health issues, and I know that it helps to hear other people talk about it oftentimes because it helps reduce the stigma and it makes you feel like you're less alone and like you can like relate to someone. And so I'm here to kind of talk a little bit more about it because I think it's important, and I think it's an important thing to talk about. If you want to check out my eating disorder story video or the past update, I will link those down below, but just to give you a very brief overview, I guess, I suffered from mainly anorexia and bulimia occasionally for several years. Back like in my high school up to, I mean now I guess, because I think that eating disorders completely go away for very few people, as pessimistic as that sounds. Last October when I made my first video about it, I was like really trying to like recover like for realsies, and then I like relapsed and it wasn't going too hot. And then back in February when I made the other video, it was like that time was another like attempt at recovery, but like it just never lasted, you know? Like I always just was like, screw this, I'm not doing this anymore kind of thing. Like for me, the cons outweighed the pros. Like obviously that's not right, that's not true, but like that's how it felt, you know? So yeah, but I am here to share that my experience has changed. So my first recovery video, I thought that I started recovering because this guy that I was with, I thought that he loved me, but like he's actually like a really big asshole, and I don't think he ever loved me or cared about me, blah, whatever. But like I kind of realized like he was never supportive of me like in that regard or anything. So like I think I just wanted to believe that he had some impact on me. Like I tried to like forget and like ignore all the bad about him and tried to like pretend he was good, but he was really a bad guy. Everyone has good in them, but he in those moments was a bad person. But at the end of this last school year, I met another dude. I'm dating him now, and like I'm not trying to say that I'm pinning it on a person. Like my recovery, like it's easier to want to fix yourself when someone else when someone else loves you. And like yes, my family loves me, my friends love me, you know, but like when someone else really cares about you and really supports you and like tries to like get it and stuff as much as they possibly can, all that, it just really helps. And for me, it personally makes it a lot easier to want to try to recover. And so when I started dating him, David, I don't know if I said that yet, David, I've mentioned him before and you see him on Instagram a lot, but I started to try to recover again because I didn't want to be a mess when I was with him, or ever. I don't ever want to be a mess. I'm often a mess though. But so that was another point that I decided to try to recover, which was about May of this year. And by that I just mean starting off by fixing my behaviors, no longer restricting food or purging it, also trying to control my thoughts as well, obviously. It's kind of hard to tackle the thoughts right from the start in my opinion, so I was just trying to like conquer my behaviors and get in control of myself again. So that's what I was doing, and I did that this entire summer and up until this point as well. I've been eating, I think, regularly. I mean, like, I don't know, like I eat for every meal that I'm conscious, I eat. And if I get home, like, and I also eat snacks when I'm supposed to. Whenever I say snacks, I feel like I'm like 5 or something, like I need a snack, but like it's normal to like eat throughout the day. But so, and what I mean by whenever I'm conscious is like if my first class is at noon, I'm not about to wake up at 8 o'clock so I can eat breakfast. Like I'm gonna sleep in and I'm gonna just eat lunch. So I did that for the entire summer, and again, like I said, up until this point. But I had this realization this summer. Obviously when I decided to start eating like a normal person or whatever, I was like, I'm gonna gain all this weight. I'm about to get so fat. I'm just gonna gain and gain and gain and gain. It's never gonna stop, and I'm just gonna grow morbidly obese and die. Like, maybe not to that extreme, but I thought that I was gonna get overweight and unhealthy, and I was already unhealthy. But sorry, this video is kind of like scatterbrained. It's hard to organize a video like this in my opinion. But so towards the end of the summer, I used to weigh myself every day, or multiple times a day, but I didn't let myself do that over the summer. Maybe I did it like once or twice throughout the summer, but I decided at the very end of the summer, I'm like, I'm gonna weigh myself, just like see what it is, like see what's up. And I was expecting this huge weight gain because, like I mentioned in my eating disorder story video, the first time I tried to recover, but I was like being forced to recover and forced to eat a lot of food that was like an uncomfortable amount in my tummy. Like I gained more weight than obviously I wanted to, but like you don't want to gain any weight. But I expected to have gained a lot of weight, and when I weighed myself, I hadn't. I mean, I had not gained a lot of weight. I was never at a point really where I needed like major weight restoration. So I mean, I did need a little bit, but just like I kind of gained that back and got to a point, but I didn't get to that point that I was forced to in my first recovery. And it was just kind of like mind-blowing for me, I guess. Like I cried. I was just expecting this terrible like change, you know, and it wasn't there, and I was like, oh. Like I was so surprised and shocked, and it just made me feel so much better about it. Like I'm like, so I can eat like a normal person, and I can eat the things that I hadn't allowed myself to eat before, and nothing happened. Like it was weird. Like it was like really one of like the best experiences, realizations, whatever, in my life ever. It was just like crazy, and like that might sound stupid, but you know, when you are afraid of food and afraid of gaining weight for so long, and then you're like, you think you're forcing yourself to do all of that, and then it turns out that like, oh, my fears were completely not based on anything, and it, like literally, like everything that I thought wasn't true. Like sure, I probably could eat to an amount that I would gain more weight, but like I'm eating like a normal person now, and my weight just like fluctuates a few pounds like within like days or weeks or whatever. Like it's not like a steady increase like I thought it was gonna be, you know. And that was just a really important moment for me, and so I wanted to share that with you guys, that if you decide to try to recover, which obviously I highly recommend that you do, just really give it a shot. You know, yes, you might gain some weight, but you'll get to a point where you don't, and your body's just a comfortable, happy, healthy body, and it's fine. And yeah, so just give yourself that opportunity. Like yeah, you're gonna gain some weight at first if your body needs it, but you know, you won't like you won't explode, you know. I don't know, I don't even know, like I don't think any words I can say can like really convey to you how important that moment was for me when I realized that. So if you are struggling with something, whether it be an eating disorder or any other mental health issue or just life issue, I want to give you some resources that can help you out. And the first one I want to talk about is BetterHelp. I have mentioned them before. They are an online therapy website, and the ways you can communicate with this counselor is you can just do like an email sort of thing, like back and forth, you guys message each other whenever it's convenient sort of thing, or you can set up a time to chat back and forth via like typing, or you can set up a phone call, or you can set up a video call. And it starts off as cheap as 35 bucks a week, and when it comes to therapy, that is dang cheap. Like therapy, and like it's unlimited, you know. You can talk to them, you can set up as many things as you need that fits in both your guys' schedules. like, it's so much less limited than in-person therapy. In-person therapy, you pay $100 to go sit there for 50 minutes. But on BetterHelp, you've got all this time, all these different modes of communication, and it's only $35 a week. It can be that low. And that's freaking insane. That's a great deal. I will say that I've tried it on 2 separate occasions, and like when I was like struggling more or whatever, because I'm like personally, like therapy, like talking about my feelings, don't love it. I've had terrible experiences with in-person therapy, but both of my experiences on BetterHelp were great, and like I'm completely honest when I say that, like they really helped me out, and it was better than in-person therapy in my opinion. So the next resource I want to mention is the NEDA website, which is the National Eating Disorder Association website. And on that site, they have different resources to connect you to eating disorder support groups or a therapist or this or that. I don't know what all they do. I haven't been on the site in a long time, but they can match you with things, and there's a helpline that you can call, which is awesome. And I'm also going to link down below the suicide hotline as well, because that's an important one when you're in a crisis. The last resource I want to mention is called 7 Cups of Tea. It is a website where you can go and connect to, I think they call them listeners or something like that, but you can connect with someone who wants to listen to your problems and potentially offer you some advice or help you work through your problems. The only drawback to that one is that the person you're connected to doesn't have any real training or any sort of like actual background or anything, any qualifications, other than they've got a great heart and they want to help people and whatnot, and maybe they have personal experience. 7 Cups does give them like little read-through guides and things to help them prepare for different situations they're presented with, but the people you're connected to don't have any actual, like, they aren't therapists, they aren't even necessarily adults, you know. If you're under 18, you're connected with someone under 18. If you're over, you're connected with someone over 18 as well. So it's a good website, but they aren't professionals, and that's important to keep in mind. And I used to be a listener on there like years ago, and so I don't totally remember, but I think it was something like you can't actually offer them suggestions or something, like, I don't know, the listeners are limited in what they can actually say to you. Like, they can't overstep their boundaries in case it causes harm or something, you know. I can't remember the details exactly. It's been a long time since I've been on that site. So 7 Cups is a great website, but if you're looking for a professional who can offer you like professional help, you know, the place to go is definitely BetterHelp. And they have a free trial, so you can try it out for a week before you start to pay, if that interests you. And yeah, so I will leave a link down below to all those websites, but especially check out BetterHelp. I really think that's the best resource out there. Honestly, it's what I've had the best experience with, and so I will leave a link down below for you to check that one out. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and lots of love going your way. If you ever need someone to talk to, my DMs are always open. My Instagram DMs I check more often than Twitter, but I do check Twitter occasionally. But you can always reach me at those 2 places. DM me if you need help, if you need someone to talk to. Again, I'm not a professional, but I've got some experience with different things, and I can always be a good listener. So I love you guys again a ton, and thank you for watching.